production of Precinct 4's Shakespeare in the Shade. Before we begin tonight, we need to thank a few of our sponsors. You'll see their banners here on the sides, and they're in your program. Jones and Carter, Gary Montgomery, are you here in the house? I understand you're somewhere, and your lovely wife, Heather. Stand up. There you are. Founding partners for this program. They are the ones that solved the problem of flushing toilets in Old Town Spring. They can solve the problems as well. Thank you, Jones and Carter. Also, we have other sponsors tonight that we want to thank as well. HNTV, I think Darren Miller is here. I've seen you with your lovely wife. Darren, where are you? There you go. We have Tetsi Infrastructure with Jules Morris and his lovely wife Cadence, pardon me. Also sponsoring us for our senior adult program, we've got to have a lovely meal at this production, and then the net proceeds will go back into our senior adult program. We have Springwoods Village, Klotz and Associates, and CDM Smith. Can we have a round of applause for those? Tonight, we have a most ancient and complicated tale to amuse you. One of the Bard's very first plays, William Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors. In fact, this play is so complicated that I needed the assistance of my long-lost twin to help explain what's going on here. Monotony, come on out. Isn't it? Except for the height, it's like looking into a mirror. All right, me not me, mini cake, mini me. Take it away.
After all this time still with the mini me, just wait till I talk. This is only one of the two Shakespeare plays that observe the so-called classical unities of action, place, and time. In this case, all the cheerful slapstick action happens in one place, Ephesus, Greece, during a span of one day. Actually, since Shakespeare mastered two popular plays by the Roman playwright Plautus, this employment of unities is just a byproduct, following his sources ever since.
That's right, folks. William Shakespeare, the greatest writer of the English language, ripped off a long-dead Roman playwright. To be fair, however, when Shakespeare wrote The Comedy of Errors, there was nothing wrong with this type of plagiarism. In the 16th century, everyone did it and no one thought a thing of it. But time is short and the plot is complicated. So let's get on with it.
As I mentioned earlier, all the action takes place here, in Ephesus, Greece, which is in the midst of a political spat with another Greek city-state, Syracuse. This causes problems for, it'll be better if we leave Duke Salinas and Aegean to help explain this whole situation.
Duke? Can you tell us why this man is under arrest?
Well, as a respected member of the media, you know that the Duke of Syracuse has taken the unforgivable and outrageous action of killing our honest Ephesian merchants unless they pay 1,000 guilders to redeem their lives. Accordingly, Ephesus has passed a similar law. This Syracusan, his name's, oops. What was your name again, sir?
Aegean. I'm a merchant from Syracuse.
Aegean was taken pursuant to this law. And, well, unless he pays 1,000 marks into the treasury of Ephesus by the close of business today, he will be Well, executed.
Thank you, dude.
Whoa, dude. Harsh.
Sir, did you know about this law?
Yes, I did.
And yet you came anyway? What reason could be so compelling that you would risk certain death to come here?
I was searching for my son and his servant. Look, it's a long, complicated story, and, well, I got another time. My wife and I were in Epidendum on business, and had not been there long before my wife became a joyful mother of two goodly sons, and, which was strange, the two so alike that could be distinguished but by names.
So the audience understands. You and your wife had twin identical boys?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful!
That very hour, and in the self-same evening, a meaner woman was delivered of such a birth. Twins, both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my son.
Wait a minute. Another set of identical twins were born at the same time and placed as your boys.
Yes.
And you took those twins to serve as your twins' servants?
Yes, that's why I bought them.
That's not very politically correct, you know.
Oh, come on, you two. This is a 16th century play based on two Roman plays. Things are different then. Can I get on with my story? Please? After all, I'm the one who's going to be executed at the end of the day.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Sorry. Anyhow, all six of us, the whole happy family, were sailing home to Syracuse when a great storm hit. All the sailors abandoned ship, leaving only us alone on the sinking vessel. My wife and I took two children each and tied them with us to the mast of the ship. When the storm was clearing, we saw two ships coming to assist us. Two ships from far, making amain to us, of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this. But ere they came, oh, let me say no more.
Well, nay, forward, old man, break not off so. For we may pity.
Though not pardon.
Oh, had the gods done so, I had not now worthily termed them merciless to us. For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splitted in the midst.
Sir, just so our audience understands, just as you're about to be saved, the struggling ship struck a rock.
Yes!
The ship from Corinth picked up my wife and 2 of the children, and the slower ship from Epidaurus rescued me and the other 2 children. I never saw my wife, my son, or the other child again. When my surviving son Antipholus turned 18, he and his attendant Dromio left home to seek his brother. That was 7 long years ago. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward, came to Ephesus. Hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or that or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life. And happy were I, in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me, they live.
Oh, you poor guy.
Your Majesty, after hearing this heart-rending story, how do you feel about executing Aegean now?
Now trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not disannul, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art a judge to the death, and past sentence may not be recalled, but to our honor's great disparagement, yet I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou, or borrow, to make up the sum, and live. Oh, if not, then thou art doomed to die.
All right, sir. Now that the Duke has given you to the end of the day to raise the money, what are you going to do next?
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wind, but to procrastinate his lifeless end. I don't have a clue.
Life hangs in the balance. So, without further ado, let's introduce the rest of our characters. Minnie, a little help.
Come on, gang, time to waste it. Come here, you two. No, not you two. You two. These are the Antipholus boys. Antipholus of Ephesus and Antipholus of Syracuse.
Aegean sons, Antipholus number 1 and Antipholus number 2. Check. Next, where are the Dromio, the twin servants?
Okay, you are. Dromio of Syracuse and Dromio of Ephesus.
Dromio number 1 and Dromio number 2. Check.
Wow! I can't tell them apart! Can you? What? They don't look exactly identical to you? Oh, that's okay. They look identical to the rest of the characters.
Yeah, I can tell. Just the same.
All right, places, everyone, places, everyone. Now, Kieran and Guy, I know that you're an engineer, and you're thinking the math just doesn't add up a little bit. But this is live theater. Try a little willing suspension of disbelief. It will work wonders.
Therefore tell them you're of Epidamnum, least that your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day of Syracusan merchants apprehended for arrival here, not being able to buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun sets well. There is the money.
Go bear to the centaur, where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn. For with long travel, I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mean.
A trusty villain, sir, that very oft, when I'm dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I'm invited, sir, to certain murder, whom I hope to make much business. I crave your pardon, sir, soon at 5 o'clock. I please you. I'll meet you.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to my own content, commends me to the thing I cannot get. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself.
All right, folks, keep track of the S's and E's. Things are about to get confusing.
Here comes the almanac of my true day. What now? How chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon, rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit, the clock hath struck 12 upon the bell, my mistress made it 1 upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach having broke your fast. But we that know what 'tis to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
I pray you, sir, as you sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your fault upon my pate.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Tell me, and where's the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? Why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, knave, have done your bullishness and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart home to your house, sir, the Phoenix, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
What safe place you have bestowed my money? Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some of your marks upon my pate, some of my mistress marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix, she that doth fast till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What, will thou flout me thus unto my face? Being forbid? There! Take thou that, sir, knave!
Need you, sir? Oh, I pray you, hold your head! Oh, I'll take my heels!
They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, prating mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Allow me to introduce two other complications to this already perplexing story. This is Adriana, wife of Antipholus of Ephesus, and her lovely unmarried sister, Luciana. Adriana has worked herself up into a passion because her Antipholus hasn't come home for lunch, and she is sure, not without reason, that he is fooling around on her.
Wait, what? He's fooling around on me? What do you mean?
Ladies, the stage is yours.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned, but in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the marquis some were gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they will go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out o' door.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you married, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
Patience unmoved. No marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause.
I will marry one day, but to try. Oh, here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
Say! Is your target master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowst thou his mind?
Aye, he told his mind upon my ear, which through his hands I scarce could understand.
Spake he so doubtfully thou could not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows, and withal so doubtful I could scarce understand him.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
But sure, he is stark mad. When I desired him to come to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold! quoth he. Will you come home? Quoth I. My gold! Quoth he. Your meat doth burn? Quoth I. My gold! Quoth he. Where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? The pig, quoth I, is burned. My gold! Quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I. Hang up thy mistress! I know not thy mistress! Out on my mistress! Quoth my master! I know! Quoth he. No house, no wife, no mistress! Hold that my errand do unto my tongue. I thank him I bear home upon my shoulders, for in conclusion he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again and be beaten home? For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home!
Am I so round with you as you with me, that like a football you do spurn me thus? You will spurn me hence, and he will spurn me hither. If I last in this, you must case me in leather.
His comedy must do his minions grace. Whilst I, at home, starve for a merry book. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek, that he hath wasted it! Are my discourses dull, bearing my wit? Will voluble and sharp discourse be marred, and kindness blunts it more than marble hard? Do their gay vestments his affections fade? That's not my fault! He's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined?
Self-harming jealousy, fly, heated heads.
Unfeeling fools can such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or else what left it but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain? With that alone he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away, and weeping die!
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The gold I gave to Dromio was laid up safe at the Centaur, and the heedful slave has wandered forth in care to seek me out. By computation in my host's report, I could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him from the market. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no Centaur? You received no gold? Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner? My house was at the Phoenix? Wast thou mad that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since. You sent me hence, home to the Centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou feltst I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Thinkest thou I jest? There, take thou that, and that, and...
Hold, sir, for God's sake. Seems your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it to me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you. Your sauciness will jest upon my love and make a comment of my serious hours. But if you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method in your scones.
Scones, call you it? So you would leave battering, I had rather have it ahead. And you use these blows long, I must get a sconce for my head, and sconce it too, or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But I pray you, master, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why first for flouting me, and then wherefore for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Well, this is something you gave me for nothing.
I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something. Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things.
I durst have denied that, for you were so choleric.
By what rule, sir?
Marry, sir, by a rule as plain as the plain bald paint of Father Time himself.
Let's hear it.
There's no time for a man to recover his hair that goes bald by nature. It is a blessing that he bestows on beasts, and what he hath scant in men in hair, he hath given them in wit.
Why, but there's many a man hath more hair than wit.
Not a man of those, but he hath the wit to lose his hair.
Why, thou didst conclude hairy men plain dealers without wit. But your reason was not substantial.
Thus I mend it. Time himself is bald, and therefore to the world's end will have bald followers.
I knew it would be a bald conclusion. But stop! Who walks us yonder?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou unurged wouldst vow, and never words were music to thine ear, and never object pleasing in thine eye, and never touch well welcome to thy hand, and never meat sweet-savored in thy taste, unless I spake or looked or touched or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art thus estranged from thyself? Oh, do not turn away thyself from me!
Flee you to me, fair dame. I know you not. In Ephesus, I'm but 2 hours old. As strange into your town as to your talk. Who every word, by all my wit being scant, want wit in all one word to understand.
Why, brother, how the world has changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you home to dinner today by Dromio.
By Dromio?
By thee? By thee! And this thou didst return from him, denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your contact?
I, sir? I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest. Even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the march.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How can she thus then call us by our names? Unless it be by inspiration.
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood! Be it my wrong, you are from me exempt. The wrong not that wrong, with a more contempt. Come, I will fasten on the sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband. I, a vine.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in my dream? Or asleep by now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go send the servants right for dinner. Oh, for my beads I cross before sinner. This is hobbits, goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our bread, or pitch us black and blue.
When preachest thou to thyself and answerest not? Romeo, thou troll, thou snail, thou slug, thou soap.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
Keep thou art in mind.
No, design that and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
Thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true. She rides me and I long for grass. 'Tis so I am an ass, else it could never be that I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine a ball with you tonight. Deprive you of 1,000 idle francs. Sir, if any ask you for your master, say thine sword and let no creature enter. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised? I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in this mist, at all adventures, go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
I kissed her, she kissed me. I Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. Ah, but here's a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart and said I beat him, and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Now, drunkard thou, what dost thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart, I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Marry, sir, so it doth appear.
You're sad, Signor Balthazar. Now, pray God our cheer may answer my good will, and your good welcome here.
Small cheer and great welcome make a merry feast.
Aye, to a stingy host and more sparing guest. But though my cakes be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer you may have, but not with better heart. But stop, my doors are locked. Now, go. Bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Marion, Cecil, Gillian, Jane.
No! Capon, coxcomb, idiot, hatch! Dost thou conjure for wenches that thou callest for such store? When one is one too many, go get thee from the door!
My master stays in the street!
Let him walk from whence he came.
Who talks within there, ho? Open the door.
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I have not dined today.
Nor today you must not. Come again when you may.
Who art thou that keepest me out from the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Whoa, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name! The one there got me credit, the other much blame. If thou hast been Dromio today in my place, thou would have changed thy face for a name, thy name for an ass. Master, knock the door hard!
You'll cry for this, me, if I break open the gate.
Who's that at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, Sir Knave. Go, get me from the door.
Here is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome.
Go! Fetch me something! I'll break off the gate! No!
Break any breaking here and I'll break your name's pate!
A man may break a word with you, sir, and words are but wind.
It seems the want is breaking.
I break you. I break you. I pray you, let me in.
I, when fowls have no feathers and fish have no fin.
Go, get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crowbar.
Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the tiger all to dinner. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of the strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in, now in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made. For slander lives upon secession, forever housed, forget possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, but in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, and wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. And this woman that I mean, my wife, that I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her we will to dinner. Get you home and fetch the chain. Now by this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste.
We will
Since
see.
mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
We'll see you at that place 1 hour hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
And may it be that you have quite forgot a husband's office? If you wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness, or, like elsewhere, do so by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let her not read it in her eye. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of holy saints. Be secret false. What need she be acquainted? 'Tis double wrong to troop with your bed and let her read it in thy looks at board. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be little vain when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy nose, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them and there lie. And in that glorious supposition think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What are you, mad?
Not mad, but maiden. How? I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
Oh, why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister, sister.
That is my sister.
No, it is thyself. My own self's better part. My eye's clear eye. My dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, my sweet hope's aim. My soul earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All of this my sister is. Or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft sir. Hold you still. I will fetch my sister in her goodwill.
How now, Dromio? Where runs thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your servant? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art my servant, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man besides myself.
What woman's man? And how besides thyself? Besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such claim as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
Aye, a very reverent body as a man may not speak of without he say sir reverence. And I have but lean luck in the match, and yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's a kitchen wench in all grease, and I know not what use to put her to but to make a lamb of her and run from her by her own light.
What complexion is she of?
Swart like my shoe.
That's a fault that water will mend.
No, sir, 'tis in gray. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir.
Then she bears some breath.
No longer from head to foot, then from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I can find out countries in her.
Let's hear it. And what part of her body stands Ireland?
Maddie in her backside. I found it out by the bones.
Where Scotland?
I found it by the badness, hard in the palm of her hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, armed in with her head, making war against her hair.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them, so I guess it stood in her chin.
Where Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America? The Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose, all o'er embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires, declining their rich aspect to the hot red of Spain.
Where stood Belgium? The Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, sir, this drudge or divider laid claim to me. Called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what pretty marks I had about me, as the mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm. As I amazed ran from her as a witch.
Go hide thee presently, post to the road, and if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart where I will walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed of such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop my ears against the mermaid song.
Master Antipholus!
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. And lo, here's the chain. I thought to have taken you at the Porpentine. The chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What is your will that I shall do with this?
What? Please yourself, sir. I've made it for you.
Made it for me, sir? I bespoke it not.
Not once, not twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it, and please your wife withal. And soon as supper time, I'll come by and receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare thee well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think, there's no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I'll to the mart and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.